Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Well, good morning folks.
Morning folks. The weather forecast was sort of right.
Yeah, it's a bit drizzly, a bit grey, fleece back on today. Oh, I don't know, one day it's nice, next day it's horrible.
It's not wetting the floor, so we're hoping to get on with this. We're hoping to get this courtyard, carry on with the pointing of it. But in the meantime, anyway, first we've got to get those shelves sorted out. If you saw the last video, we started on the inside because the weather's been so bad. We've not been able to get this done, which is our priority. We started on the inside and started knocking out that bench and decided we moved the shelves that had everything on.
Yes, yes.
And they were like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, so we decided we're going to make them into a cupboard. We've partially started that. Just going to do a little bit more on them, but get them in so we can get our kitchen back.
Yes, I have no kitchen at the moment. It's absolutely full of all the stuff off those shelves. So we had to go out for a meal last night because I couldn't cook. What a shame.
Yeah, and even making coffee this morning was a battle, so we need to get it cleared.
We do. So I shall crack on with that. And what are you going to do? Get on with this concreting? Maybe.
Yeah, I might try and get a bit of the bigger gaps filled up to make the pointing easy for you.
Yeah.
Just keep one eye on this for a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we get these shelves finished off, I'm not doing much more. I'm just going to cut them down to the height that we want. In readiness, I've just clamped a piece of steel across. I'm just going to use for my edge and just run down with the reciprocating saw. Fab, there we go. We're a lot better now. I'm not going to finish them off for now. We need to get that stuff cleared out of the kitchen so we can sort of begin to use it again. We had to go out last night for a curry because we had no space to prepare anything. So we're going to get these back in and then get that, find a spot for them in the office and then get all that stuff cleared out of the way. Right, they're in. Another temporary, but we're back to temporary living again, or more temporary than we were before. We've got there's another row of shelves can go in yet, but the biggest mission is putting all that stuff back on here. We're going to see if we need another shelf and what heights we need before we do it. That's the beauty of knocking things up yourself. Yeah, it's going to be a lot longer to put it all back on than it was to take it off. It's easier to take it off, isn't it? But so we'll get that sorted and we can reclaim our temporary kitchen. And it's just occurred to me, if you didn't see the last video, you think what we're doing mad and about with a mad set of shelves. We're actually going to put some doors on here on the front. I've got the doors and all the sides are going to be cladded as well with a top on it to keep all the rubbish out of it. This is just temporary for now. We'll sort it out later when it comes to it. Get living its permanent home, which we don't even know where it's going to be yet. Now you wouldn't believe how much actually came off those shelves. Most of this lot, all the stuff on the floor, all the stuff on the little table, and 99% of the stuff that's actually on the top. Unbelievable amount of stuff it held. Hence we managed to clear a little bit there next to our stove to make a coffee this morning. So we need to get it shifted. Well, I think we've been scuppered on the courtyard. I was just ready to get a mix on. It is raining. It's only very lightly at the minute. I'm standing out in it and not getting that wet. But you can see it on the chairs. There we go. I don't want to risk, I can't risk it because we don't know how heavy it's going to come down, what it's going to do, if it's going to keep going. As from tomorrow though, it's supposed to be better, so back inside I think. Fortunately, we've always got something to do. I may as well carry on, get the rest of this thing knocked out, liberate some more massive, beautiful stones. Bit of a disappointment, we're so fired up to getting that done. I made a start yesterday, but it is what it is. Another beauty. Well, I'm glad we decided to take this out. The majority of it is just literally just rubble. There's a few big stones in it which we've salvaged. Seems to be getting less and less towards this end, just more and more. It's just rubble. Look at it. Right, I'll carry on. Nearly there. Just got these two huge things out. Just that bit to do. Looks like there's a couple of big stones there. It's just like a couple of big stones, and then it's just rubble packed in between them. So the last push down. Looks like they saved the best till last. This one is absolutely huge. You look at that, it's a monster. You can move. Oh my gosh. God. Crikey, that's the biggest one yet. At least it's rollable. Whoa. I'll sit on it for a minute and then get the rest of this muck cleared up. Right, okay, it's clear, it's gone, it's empty. I'm leaving the big boulders there so the cats don't use the rubble as a litter tray, which they do, monkeys they are. And
that's all that's left of the humongous pile of stuff this morning. I'd like to say I've enjoyed myself, but I really haven't. It's not my idea of fun. But this is all I've got left. However, we need another shelf. I haven't got enough room, so Andy's just going to put me another one on the top there.
So we weren't sure, but here they are. Just going to put them right on the top. It's going to have a top on it anyway in the future. Look, it keeps evolving like everything else.
And there we have it. I've got some gaps, plenty of room on this top shelf, but that one is only temporary. I've thrown loads of stuff away, which is very good for me because I'm a bit of a hoarder, you've probably realised by now. But yeah, so we're all nicely organised, got all my sauces, my spices, everything on this shelf, pasta, rice on this shelf, baking stuff, flour and sugar and stuff on this shelf, and all my vinegar, oil and ketchup and stuff on the bottom shelf. So just have to remember where I've put everything now.
And it's still spitting. It hasn't actually really done anything, you know, just barely wet the floor. But hopefully tomorrow it's supposed to be better so we can get back outside again. Well, it's a bit sunny this morning, although it's still forecast rain this afternoon. Can't wait any longer. I'm gonna film. Tomorrow's supposed to be a great day, sunshine all day, so I'm gonna fill in as many of these big holes as I can. I've got my reds, blues, green stones that look lovely in there. Alfie's here helping. So then Sharon can crack on with the pointing. I'm probably just going to do one mix. I'll see how we go with it. So I'll get a mix on.
Well, the rain, as we said the other day, has done great things for the plants. The tomatoes are loving it, but the weeds are also, and there are weeds everywhere. The courtyard, if you can see these in front of me, and all over there. So I'm going to bit of tidying up this afternoon whilst we wait for the rain, because I think it is going to rain anytime soon. But yeah, so I'm just going to tidy this up a bit because I can't do any pointing until tomorrow. Yeah, lovely, my favourite job.
A lot of the stones we got are a bit too big, so I've been breaking up to make them into more usable pieces. Look at the colours in them though, absolutely amazing. So yeah, I've got a good big area done now, just a couple more small ones needed to go in. Then the pointing can start on that and I can carry on over there. Fantastic, it's got to get done soon. Right, so we've got quite a lot in there now, probably a good half of it done. It just takes so long breaking up stones, making them fit. Still got over there too, need a few splashes of colour in this side, but pretty much that side's ready to go. Just a couple of little ones I need to set in. We're getting there. Well, that's looking pretty good. 5, 6, 7 buckets later, can't remember, lost count. Just a few more red ones to get in, but I've run out of sand and gravel now, so I can't do any more today. Plus it's looking a bit, I don't know if you can see the sky on that, it is clouding over a bit. They have said we possibly get some rain this evening, so not so bad. At least shower now. If it's sunny tomorrow, can crack on. We've got a good 50% of it done and ready to go, so that's happy days.
And there we have it, it's all done, well this bit anyway. Amazing, isn't it, just out of a little courtyard. So I think it's time for a nice cold beer now.
Well, it's a good job we didn't do too much. Here comes the rain again, unbelievable. It's just been quite heavy actually, but it's eased off a little bit now. It's still black up there, I can show you perhaps. Not very pleasant, not a Spanish sky at all. But yeah, the stuff we've done today earlier should be fine. Well, it's a beautiful day. We had a tiny little bit of rain last night. Not a cloud in the sky. Summer's here, I think, eventually, so they say anyway. No more rain forecast imminently. All these stones that I put in yesterday have all set lovely, so Sharon's going to carry on get that pointing done on there. I'll certainly, you know, do some more of it, and I'm going to be making a start on getting this out of the wall. It's got to come out. It's making the wall move and fall down eventually. It's a piece of olive. We don't know why it's there. It's a lintel, there's nothing underneath it. It looks like original wall. There were 2 more, as I said earlier, in that end of the house, doing the same thing, making the top of the wall lean. We took them out several years ago. It's been perfect ever since. We measure all the cracks on a regular basis, well, once a year or so, right on the things, how wide it is. They've not moved. This crack here, I filled this in about 4 years ago. It's moved about, well, 2 or 3 millimeters in that time. If this hadn't have had the bark on it, might have done a better job, but it's making the top of the wall come out that way because it's not compressing as well as the stuff on the inside. I was going to prop the rafters inside, but it's pretty difficult to do. They're on an angle. There's a bench in front of them. So I think what I'm going to do, I want to take off all this render on the front. I'm going to use strong buoys into the wall to support it. And because I can't prop it as well as I would like to, I'm just going to take it out in 2 halves, say. So the first job really is to get this render off and see if I can get a good slot, make a slot to put my strong buoys in. Obviously I just don't want to cut into the stone because they're all going to be exposed one day. All this is going to be coming off all over one day. So we'll have a little exploratory. I'm going to be using the air hammer for it. 2 reasons. It's a lot lighter, the big shifter, and it's more gentle. Holding it above your head, that big one, it's about 12-13 kilos. It's hard work. These air lines live outside pretty much because I'm going to need them in the rest of the house down there, so I've just brought it up here. They get stiff with the weather. A bit of silicone spray helps them to slot together. Here's the air hammer. Another reason I want to get this done now is because when the courtyard's done, it's going to make a right mess. We don't want to be making a mess then. So let's have a look what we've got. I just want to see how deep into the wall it goes. It's quite a long way actually. I might have to take it out in 3 pieces. Come on, out you come. Well, it actually goes in about another foot into the wall from where we could see. So I think I'm going to do it in three pieces. Easy to support the wall in smaller sections. Crikey, yeah. So I'll get this stuff off now, get the coating off the surface and see what we can find. Stones, maybe here's some time. Right, so I've got the first slot in the wall. That's a strong buoy. He goes in there. Ideally you want to get him in up to that bit there so it's touching. The acros, problem with these is they're a bit too low. So this will obstruct against the what's it there when it goes in. The simple solution is turn it upside down and use that end in there, which is exactly what I'm going to do. My little troughs here, I'm just going to put a board across it, something like that, and then it should go in. I'll just have to mess about it, but I'll get it in. Right, so after a bit of elaborate packing at the bottom, first one's in. I don't know whether to put the second one in now or just take this little bit out. I'm going to have a think about that. I might actually just have a look at putting one bit higher up to make it perhaps a bit easier for myself. What I don't want though is when I take this out, there's too much of this to come down, because obviously I'm going to have to put it back. So I might just go with this bit here now, half of it, and then get him stoned up. That might not even need a lintel then, a support. We'll see. Right, okay, so I'm just going to cut through this here. I've made it all big enough. I'm going to cut it on an angle so that piece will come out. See what happens. Righto, it's cut through. Just going to see if we can get it loose. It doesn't appear to be a lot underneath it anyway. There we go, that's free there. Right, I'll keep going. Right, okay, so I've dug it out. I just noticed at the back, which you'll better see in a minute, there is actually another lintel. I think that one can actually stay in. Because the wall's coming this way, it's obviously this one that's now out. That was a bit of firewood there causing the grief. Look at all this loose stuff in here. None of this is moving yet, as you can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to get a mix on now, get all this cleaned out, and then absolutely totally start packing this wall, even around that other lintel as well, because there's not a lot around that. They must have had an idea to put a window in here at some point when they built it. Don't know, but you see all this is just loose. So now it's a big clean-up job. Right, so that's pretty much all solid in there. Sharon's on with the pointing. Just said we've only got one bag of sand left. So before I go any further, I need to go and get some sand, because with both of us using it, we'll get through that in like not long at all. It's midday now and it shuts at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay, so as Andy said, I'm on with the pointing today. We know it's a slow process. Don't walk on my new mortar, Catsy, thank you. Can't do anything without cats around here. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. Andy's got to go and get some more sand, because I'm on my last bag and it doesn't go anywhere.
So we're back with yet another boot full of supplies. The next job to get Henry and suck all the loose stuff out. Next thing, select some suitable stones like this one. These are proper tight fit. He'll tap in there and that'll lock it all up, honestly. And we've got some others that'll go in these gaps. I might have to pack these up with a bit of marble or something. But before we do that, we need a lot of smaller stones to pack in here to bulk this and fill this space up. So I'll go and collect a bucket full of them, assorted sizes. Right, so we've got a bucket of mix. We've got a selection of stones. Get my gloves on. What we want to do is pack it as tight as we can from the back. These walls are generally built in two halves with bigger blocks connecting them, bigger stones connecting them, and they just sort of built the two halves and then packed them with rubble. But we're going to make this solid. I can get my glove on. But first we need to give it a good soaking, a good wetting down, so our new stuff will stick better to it. Right inside. So we get it all start filling it in. Same old story, mortar, stones, mortar, stones. Let's go. Right at the back we'll start. Right at the bottom, consolidate the old wall. These lintels are actually tied together with rope made from grasses that grow at the back. That helps to stop them dividing as well. But it's all sort of gone over the years in this. Right, I'll carry on. Right, that's what you call wedged.
So I've done from the edge of that big stone there, this way, all the way up to the wall and past the sleeper there. Run out of stuff. It's getting incredibly hot. I'm literally dripping. So I think we're going to call it a day for today. It just takes time, and it takes as long as it takes, but we will get there.
Right, same over here. I've run out of stuff. Another full mix. I've just got this one to go in there, but a full mix won't do it. So what I'm going to do, when I wait till these bits go off enough, I can take this out, and then a mix should do me that one and to get this hole refilled in. And then I can look at getting this other half out. But not being cement, it's just lime. It takes a lot longer to go off. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it, but it shouldn't move any further now once we've finished anyway. So yeah, we'll just sit here and watch this dry. And as you probably gathered, we can't do it anymore, so there's no point continuing. Should we go get a cold beer?
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Hot. Summer's coming with a vengeance.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I think I might need a shower first though.
Okay, off you pop. Cool, so thank you so much for watching. What day is this one? Sundays.
So we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah. And thanks again to everyone that supported the channel. We really, really appreciate it. We couldn't be here without your fantastic support. So yeah, Thursday.
Yep.